there, everyone. So this is my end of Season 33 recap for Pokemon Unite, and it was decent. It wasn't my best season ever. It was definitely a much weaker season than some of my previous ones. My win rate was a lot worse, and I could definitely feel that. It did take a lot longer to also hit Legend than it did the first season. Now, to be fair, they did make Legend harder to hit. You gain less points, and the point distribution is a little closer to even, so it is a bit harder to get up to Legend. Because like last season, you would get 60 points for winning the game. This season, it's 50. Now, they did also decrease the amount of points it costs to play each match, but they made like the gap you get in between points tighter. So I believe at the lowest master rank you would pay like 30 and you get 60 for the win. Now it's, I believe, you pay 26 and get 50, and if you add those up, it starts to get a little more. Now when you hit Legend, it goes down a little bit to make it a little easier to try and climb. Now like I said, I didn't make Legend super late, and I also went on a losing streak at the very end here, so that did hurt a little bit. Now I did fall out of Legend at the end, but yeah, I was able to at least get back in. And also, let me get to collect my stuff for the season too, just because I like to do that here. But yeah, so it was a decent season. Meta thoughts? I mean, like, meta was... I feel like I solved the meta for the most part. Like, Blastoise is insane. Blastoise is just must pick every game if you can pick Blastoise. And then you have stuff like Charizard Y, who's really good. I think Mimikyu is also insanely good, and not enough people ban it. That thing is insane. And then if those are all gone, I think those are my three like main picks. Then I can pick a little more freely, depending on how draft plays out and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a decent season, but it definitely wasn't my best ever. I mean, just looking at win rate here, like I said, I did get on a win streak at the end of the thing here, right before I'm recording this a bit. But yeah, if you look before that, I had a loss streak. Right here's the loss streak of just like, ooh, yes, every match is a loss, and it was very painful because some of these games were either levers or just not fun matches. So yeah, I am able to get back into Legend, so then I don't have to go back down to Ultra, because once you hit Legend, I believe as long as you're a Legend at the end of the season, you will go down to Master. You won't have to go through Ultra, so that's a little perk of, being in Legend, is the fact you don't need to deal with Ultra. Like I said, win rate is weaker this season, and also I played more games than I was initially at. Because like I said, these last couple days I've spent a lot more time than I really wanted to playing, just so then I can try and hit, Legend again after some lost streaks throughout it. So yeah, but I did hit Legend at least again. Now before this last week of gameplay, I actually only had 300, 350, I think. I would say 350, 375 actually. So I played a good amount this last bit here, and the win rate, like I said, isn't exactly the best season. It was a much weaker season for me, 51.8. And I feel like all seasons, 52.8. Like overall, pretty weak season here. So yeah, it definitely could have been better, but like I said, sometimes you get bad seasons, it's fine, and then characters played, I actually don't know. Okay, Vaporeon's my highest. Yeah, I did do a lot of Vaporeon. Vaporeon is very fun though. It's strong. I don't actually have a positive win rate on it, unfortunately, because it is really good, but maybe I played it a lot during some of my lost streaks, I'm not sure. Ho-Oh, I actually had some insane games on too. Yeah, Ho-Oh, it's definitely pretty good. Raichu, Alolan Raichu is one I got to mess around with a lot this season. Psyduck, even after the buffs, didn't feel the best for me. That's another one that I'm like, it really didn't feel as good at points. Really, my Surfetch win rate's that low. I'm surprised. Because I feel like I've been doing decent on the thing. Here's the supports, all very solid. This season wasn't a big support season, I would say. It's been a lot more all-rounder defender mix, I would say. Just because that's sort of the meta right now. But yeah, overall pretty solid stuff. Trevenant was one of my pocket picks, that thing is really, really good right now. Ninetales, pretty solid as well, just... Yeah, there's a lot of good characters in this season, too, so... Yeah, pretty decent one, but like I said, weaker than I would like it to be personally. Yeah, that's sort of my review on the season, and next season there are some interesting changes coming. We have a story mode being added to the game, we have more consistent releases for characters, but there's one downside with those characters, and that will be they have one moveset. Now, I don't fully mind the one moveset, I would like the two movesets, but... If they make one really unique, detailed moveset, then I guess that's fine, but I would prefer two movesets. But also, I guess they're adding more Pokemon, it seems like. There's a ton more Pokemon coming to the game, so if they're adding, double the amount of Pokemon with one moveset, then I guess that also sort of makes up for it a little, but, ideally I would like more movesets, But more Pokemon, it makes up for it a little bit. And also there's going to be some new modes. Like I said, you have a story mode being added. Hopefully they fix up the license journey a little bit too. Apparently they will be doing that. I'm not sure how well it will be fixed, but the story mode should hopefully alleviate some issues with the license journey. But overall, it's been a rocky season. The last couple seasons have been. But, hopefully things get better. But we'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys again in the next one. So thank you, and goodbye.